Greetings to you, dear friends. The question before us today is, what is Palm Sunday and why is it important for Christians and even the world? Palm Sunday is a holiday celebrated on the Sunday before Easter to commemorate Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem. It marks the beginning of Holy Week, culminating with Easter Sunday. The primary origin of Palm Sunday, the use of palm branches, led back to biblical times when Jesus made his triumphal entry into Jerusalem riding on a donkey. At the same time, the people waved palm branches to welcome him. For them, this was the fulfillment of the prophecy in Zechariah 9 verse 9, which foretold that the Messiah would come riding on a donkey. Rejoice greatly, daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king comes to you, righteous and victorious, humble and riding on a donkey. Jesus' fulfillment of this prophecy is recorded in all four Gospels. Matthew 21, verses 1 through 11, Mark 11, verses 1 through 10, Luke 19, verses 28 through 40, and John 12, verses 12 through 19. The biblical text attests that as Jesus was riding into Jerusalem on a donkey, the crowds of people waving palm branches to welcome him laid their garments on the ground as a sign of respect and honor. They also shouted, Hosanna, which means save now. Hosanna leven David, Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, Hosanna b'merumim. Hosanna to the Son of David. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest heavens. This clearly indicated their recognition of Jesus as the Messiah who had come to save them, and also their expectation that he would soon establish a new kingdom on earth. Although the dominant scholarly opinion grants that their understanding of what this meant was incomplete because they were looking for a political leader who would overthrow the Roman government, what is essential for us is that they recognized Jesus as a long-awaited Messiah who would save them from their sins. The triumphal entry of Jesus into Jerusalem is significant in many ways. It highlights the fulfillment of the prophecies about the coming of the Messiah and the recognition of Jesus as the Son of God. The symbolism of the palm branches is also significant. In Jewish tradition, palm branches were used as a symbol of victory, triumph, and peace. By waving palm branches as Jesus entered the city, the crowds were expressing their belief that he was a king who had come to save them and bring them victory over their enemies. The use of palm branches to welcome Jesus is also a reminder of the humility of Jesus and also the grace of him who chose to rise into the city on a donkey instead of the grand horse that earthly rulers and kings would typically use. Even though he was riding on a donkey, the people recognized him as king and waved palm branches symbolizing victory, peace, and spiritual fulfillment. Indeed, all things the people hoped Jesus would bring them. Furthermore, the people's gesture of laying their garments on the ground showed their willingness to submit to Jesus as their king. Remarkably, the symbolism of the palm branches extends beyond just victory and peace. It also represents the idea of sacrifice, as the people used the palm branches to create a path for Jesus during his entry to Jerusalem. Laying down the palm branches was a sacrifice of the people's desires in order to welcome the Messiah who brought them the hope of salvation. Now, the further question is, how does this apply to us today? In our day, Palm Sunday is also known as Passion Sunday because it marks the beginning of the church's commemoration of Jesus' final journey to the cross. The events of Palm Sunday set the stage for those that follow during the week known as Holy Week, including the Last Supper with the institution of the Holy Eucharist, the betrayal of Jesus by Judas, his arrest, his trial and crucifixion, and ultimately his resurrection on Easter Sunday. The waving of palm branches on Palm Sunday foreshadows the victory that Jesus would ultimately achieve over sin and death. The symbolism of the palm branches also serves as a reminder that God is always with us, even in times of trial and tribulation, with the assurance of victory, triumph, and peace. Both the day and the events marking it serve as a reminder of the importance of faith, humility, and sacrifice in the Christian faith. But more so, it is a reminder of the sacrifice that Jesus made for humanity and the love and compassion he exemplifies. In essence, Palm Sunday is not just a historical event, but holds relevance even in modern times. Palm Sunday is an occasion meant to bring people together, to foster a sense of community and unity. It is a reminder of the triumph of good over evil and the power of faith. In today's world, where people are often consumed by worldly pursuits, Palm Sunday teaches us the importance of selflessness and compassion towards others. It reminds us of the importance of humility as Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, a symbol of peace and humility rather than a grand chariot. Palm Sunday also serves as a reminder of the need for social justice and standing up against oppression. Jesus' entry into Jerusalem was a political statement against the corrupt leaders of his time who oppressed the poor and marginalized the defenseless and other minority groups. In today's world, where there is so much injustice and inequality, Palm Sunday inspires us to take a stand for what is just and right, to seek truth and work for the triumph of peace in our society and the world. It is also an opportunity for us Christians to reflect on our own lives, our faith, and our relationship with God. I wish you a fulfilling experience in your journey of faith. God bless you.